All right, everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and today we do have two new topics to go over, kind of breaking, one being a very hard rumor. We'll see what kind of happens there, and the other one in regards to a game delay. Not too much to my surprise, but I was feeling like they were going to go ahead and go through with it, so I am glad that this game is going to be delayed. However, let's go ahead and break down these two news topics, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so the first one we're going to talk about here is Konami, or an IP of Konami, so to speak. So there is a big rumor going around, and again, this is rumor. This is not confirmation from Sony whatsoever, but a rumor that Sony has quietly worked out a deal to acquire a mega IP from Konami themselves. So I'm going to pull this particular article from express.co.uk at their website here, but they're going on to state things like, it's been a long rumored that Sony could be bringing back some iconic Konami series as exclusives for the PS5, and ahead of a rumor huge PlayStation event for March, more chatter has emerged that the big plans Sony could have in store for 2022. And then, of course, according to leaker VG News Insider, who previously leaked Pokemon Scarlet and Violet before it was officially announced, Sony has acquired the rights to a very popular Konami IP with more news potential set to be announced this month. These claims come after the leaker previously said a popular franchise would be making a comeback on the PS5 in Q4 of 2022. In their latest comments, the Video Game Leaks Twitter said, PlayStation have privately acquired the rights to a very popular Konami IP. It is rumored to be the game I referred to in my earlier leak. More info next week. This came after the leaker previously claimed PlayStation rumored to announce the return of an extremely popular franchise in Q4 2022, with the game's development rumored to be around 70% complete. In terms of what IP the leaker is talking about, this remains to be seen, but there are a number of candidates. Rumors have been swirling around for some time that Sony is planning on bringing back at least one Konami series out of Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, and Castlevania as a PS5 exclusive. It has been long speculated that mysterious PS5 game Abandon is actually a new Silent Hill game in disguise, something developers Blue Box Game Studios has repeatedly denied, which I agree with as well. Hopefully that developer and everything as far away from PlayStation as possible. They are super weird, odd, and falling through on all promises known to man. But that's another rant for another time. While recently it was claimed the Metal Gear Solid remake will be a game for PSVR 2, which showcases the power of the VR headset. It's been claimed this revival of Hideo Kojima's iconic series will be playable in VR and also without a VR headset. And it's thought that some of the games could get announced during the rumored March 2022 PlayStation event. This event, believed to either another State of Play or a PlayStation Showcase, will either allegedly happen as early as this week or it could get delayed till later on this month. So that is also another big rumor that has been circulating. And if you've been following my videos, I've been mentioning this in just about every news commentary video I've had, pretty much, in one way, shape, or form. But as always with rumors, it's best to take claims with a big pinch of salt until official confirmation, but it wouldn't be surprised if Sony has something big up its sleeve. So I agree. Again, when it comes to rumor, even if I report on rumors, because I don't typically do that unless I have a good feeling about it, but even though I do report on those, I do state big grain of salt, big pinch, big grain of salt, right? You just never know, or things just fall through until it's officially announced. It's hard to state it one way or the other. But you know, kind of there you go. A lot of places have been getting their grasps on this, and again, heavily rumored that there will be some sort of a PlayStation event this month at the very least. I don't know if it'd be this week without any hype or build up. Usually they like to give at least a week, like, hey, this is happening in a week or a week and a half. So since we haven't done anything or heard anything like that, I don't think it would be happening this week. If there is a PlayStation event, I would be more akin to thinking it would land towards the end of this month, or at least later this month, after about mid-March. So that's my prediction for that, personally. But as far as the IP, some people are out there trying to speculate and all this. It's going to be all three of them. It's going to be Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania. And it's like, hold up. And then some people are like, hey, it's PES, Pro Evolution Soccer. Because it kind of goes in line with some live services that they want to dip their toes into and, have that sort of stuff go on. Live services, I'm not a fan of, but if it's done right, it can be done right. And look no further than Destiny 2, right? Even though I'm not 100% on board with how it's ran or worked and the expansions being, kind of spendy. And then, you got the other microtransactions and this and that, but it works and a lot of people love it. And if it's great gameplay, then you like it. And it may not be for everybody, but there is a crowd, there is a following for that type of stuff if done correctly. Not like Avengers, but like Destiny 2 and Warframe and stuff like that, right? On top of that, so I just want to quickly name off, I really, in the lead for the number one spot, I really feel like it would be Silent Hill as number one, just because they've wanted PT to happen so bad, and they just had so many roadblocks, and they had so many plans in the works. So I really feel like that's number one leading. It followed closely by Metal Gear Solid, because Metal Gear Solid, even though it's been on multiple platforms, and especially at this point, it has been having a close following with PlayStation for quite some time. I mean, even Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 4, that still never has left PlayStation 3. And in my opinion, was my favorite out of all of them. I was not a big fan of Metal Gear Solid 5, like at all. I feel like it needs to be more linear. To me, that's where you get that tactical espionage, in my opinion. I like the more linear based. Maybe, you can have the map a little more open and broad and this and that, just like the past iterations were from Metal Gear 1, 2, and 3, and 4, of course. But, 5, and that's not Hideo's problem or issue there. I know Konami had a lot of say on how that looked and how that ended up working out. I thought Ground Zeroes was done phenomenally. That was showcased well. The gameplay was done well. I enjoyed the prologue of it. I thought, wow, this is where we're starting. I cannot wait to see what happens on 5. And at first it was okay. It was okay. And then it just didn't transition well to me. I know there are folks out there that did like it, and then there are folks out there that did not like it at all. But take that as you will. But that's my prediction. I really feel like it's Silent Hill, and if not, then we are getting Metal Gear Solid in one way, shape, or form. And I wouldn't totally throw it out the window that maybe that deal includes PES, Pro Evolution Soccer. I don't see why not. Soccer is huge in the UK and worldwide as a whole. So look no further than FIFA, and FIFA always being on the sales charts, super, super high. Doesn't matter the platform. But I wouldn't throw that out. But again, I really feel like it's Silent Hill, Metal Gear, and then possibly PES. I really don't think they're going to do anything with Castlevania. I think that'd be a nice surprise. I mean, I've seen crazier things happen. But, you never know. So we'll see. But moving on from that, let's quickly round up the last piece of news here. I know that's the bigger piece on the thumbnail, but, we're talking about Forespoken. Now, Forespoken just was announced today, this morning. They got a message from Square Enix, or the Forespoken Twitter page in particular, coming out to state, and I quote, "We have made the decision to move the release date of Forespoken to October 11th, 2022. Our vision for this exciting new IP is to deliver a game, world, and hero that gamers across the globe will want to experience for years to come. So getting it right is extremely important to us. To that end, during the next few months, we will focus all of our efforts on polishing the game and can't wait for you to experience Frey's journey this fall. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. We look forward to be sharing more about Forespoken with you soon." So I thought this should have happened. I thought it was going to happen, but I thought this was going to be announced maybe in January, possibly the latest in February, but it's still close to February. It's the beginning of March, so I guess I shouldn't be too shocked, but I thought it wasn't looking too horrible. I think a lot of folks were on this a little too harsh, but I see what they were saying, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't look that bad. However, I also felt this could probably use some more time to bake. I feel like we're still in this, quote, pandemic and soon to be announced, I'm sure, an endemic. And it's just altered so many things. We're still, not only gaming companies and devs and everybody else, everybody's still trying to figure this out, figure out how to work efficiently, whether that's from home, whether that's from the office, or whatever the case is. We're still kind of figuring that out. We also have shortages of supplies and this and that. So, it's good that they delayed this. It really is. I feel like this title can truly be special. So if they put in that extra effort, they don't want what just happened with the recent release of Babylon's Fall. If you've been following that, I didn't even know anything about the game. Here I am, a news channel. I might have heard about the game, but it definitely fell on deaf ears. And when it released, I was like, wait, what? Did I remember this game? And then not only that, but shortly after, they're like, yeah, the game is hot garbage. The game's hot garbage. So it's truly unfortunate, but Square Enix, after the Avengers fiasco, even though it has a cult following right now, it's definitely wanting to do things right. And apparently Guardians of the Galaxy didn't sell so well. I attribute that again to Avengers and people possibly holding off. A lot of people singing the Guardians of the Galaxy's praise, but I did play through it. I had it. I played through it, and I thought it was a fine game. I don't hold it in the same regard as some of the people out there that are thinking it was absolutely phenomenal, can't miss game, stuff like that. I thought it was okay. It's definitely very platinumable, if that's the word, or 100% achievement possible if you do collect those sort of things, or just having 100% completion rate. But it is very doable. But I didn't care for it in that high a regard. I thought it was fine, but I didn't even have the drive to do that. And I'm usually somebody that will go for the platinum if it's obtainable enough. And I enjoyed myself with the game. I'm not going to drag myself over the coals to play a game I don't care for to get that trophy. I don't have that much dedicated time with full-time job and family and so on and so forth. But that's just kind of my 2 cents there. But again, overall, I'm glad Forespoken is being delayed. It could definitely probably use the polish and put the extra effort in there. So this is an established IP and we can see something happen with this universe, because it looks like there's a lot of great things that could come to fruition from this with the NPCs and characters and everything else in between. I think that's something that could happen. So hopefully it will. Hopefully this extra effort will be in there, because this is going to give it an additional 5 months of baking pretty much, since it was going to be released in May, right? So at this point in time, they're going to have more time on their hands to do that. Hoping for the best there, so we'll see what happens. But as always, thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. Much appreciated as always. We are still at 232 subscribers, so if you are new to the channel, definitely consider liking, commenting, and of course subscribing to help out a small content streamer like myself. If you did enjoy this anyways and any of my other videos, much appreciated. If you do want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join the Discord and all that, that is in the description below on this video. Feel free to join and follow along if you would like. And without further ado, we'll give you guys back your Monday, and hopefully the rest of your week does fly by, and we have a good weekend coming up yet again. So until then, we'll see you next time on the next Xvault Gaming video. Take care.